there, how you doing today? My name is Sherilyn, and these are slippery cards, and I'm here to do your daily energy check-in. This one is going to be for the 17th. Yep, this is Wednesday, September 17th, and this particular reading here will be for my Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus. We're going to start this one off at Pisces. This one's for my Pisces, 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 Pisces. Okay, here we go. For Pisces, we got Knight of Swords, the Sun, and the Empress. Which way are these going? These are super slippery, but here we go. Okay, so the focus today is on the Sun, Knight of Swords, and the Empress. Okay, the Sun can be the happiest card in the deck. It can also just speak of things being illuminated to you. I feel here that you are presenting as the Empress, male or female. It's just an energy, okay? But you are standing firmly in your feminine today, okay? No matter what your gender is. But you're the top of the heap for the feminines, okay? You're the whole deal right here. Because I have the Knight of Swords on the other side, I feel like there is something being illuminated to you. But it's like, if the thing being illuminated to you, if there were 8 steps to get there, you're going from 2 to 8, right? So you get the answer to something that which just became a question. And now you're going with this Knight of Swords, you're trying to go on a crusade to try to get clarity. So you get an answer to the question that you had, but the answer is not really what you wanted necessarily. You need to know the who, what, where, why, when to whatever's happening here. Yeah. Like you're having to work backwards, right? Somebody's giving you the answer to a question that you might have just come up with, whatever it is, and now you're having to work it backwards, you know what I'm saying, yeah. I don't know if that made any sense. It did in my head, but that's kind of hard to get the point across here. But you are standing in there as the Empress. You're doing great, okay? But some kind of a question you had or a notion about something you had, you're getting the answer to. But the answer is almost not what you wanted. You needed to know the process, how somebody got to that, how it all came to that. You need to know. Maybe you have to look for intent. Maybe that's what this is about. Like you can know the answer, but you're wise enough to know that it doesn't necessarily mean that that's the whole story. You need to know whether or not there was an intent, right? Maybe that's what you're after here. Okay, so we're going to go with that. So your energy today feels, it feels very investigative or something. It's like you get the answer, but you have to go investigate so you can realize how it came about to be that answer. Okay, that's what I got, Pisces. I'm sorry if that was confusing. There you go. That's what I have on that one. Are these upside down? Okay, Pisces, we go to Aries. Okay, some days I can't fit them in the time slots. Other days I can't spread them out long enough to fit the whole time slot. It's crazy. Here we go, Aries. All right, let's do it. Okay, for my Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. What do you got today? We're looking at 5 of Cups, 8 of Cups, 6 of Swords. Okay, 8 of Cups is all about, it's the center. It's all about you walking away from something. It does not necessarily have to be a person, place, or thing, though. You could be walking away from a way of life. You could be walking away from a way of thinking, okay? But there's something here that you have been committed to being a part of for a very long time or for an extended amount of time. And now you have decided that even though you still have emotion towards whatever this is, it's in your best interest to walk away from it. Could it be a person? Yes, it could be a person, a job, or whatever. But it could also just be a way of thinking, okay? So that's what you have there. On one side, I have the 5 of Cups. On the other, I have the 6 of Swords. The reason you're choosing to walk away from whatever this is because it's too much chaos. You can't find a level of security or certainty within whatever this is that you're walking away from. And it does leave you with a sense of loss and regret. So this is something where, like I said, you still have emotion towards whatever this is. But it's not for your greater good, is what you realize. Or it's not in alignment with what you need going forward. So you're choosing to exit, okay? There you go. So you'll know your situation where I don't, but there's definitely something that you have poured a ton into, poured your emotions, your time, your energy into, that you've now decided you're going to leave it behind so you can go towards whatever your overall goal is. Okay? That's what I got for you today, Aries. And there is a sense of loss and regret towards it, but there's also your energy today. There might be a sense of loss or regret, but there's also a stronger sense of being sure of the decision you've made, like understanding that this is the direction you need to go in. This is what you need to do. Okay? All right, that was Aries. Let's go to Taurus. Okay. What do we got for Taurus? Taurus. All right, what do we got? Taurus, 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 Taurus. Okay, you've got Knight of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, 5 of Pentacles right now, I feel like this is you having to help somebody that you're with. So for most of you, this is going to be a love relationship. But for some of you, I guess it could be a friendship type deal. You have found somebody who you care deeply about. This is somebody who you have made a part of your life, or you're trying to make them a part of your life. They are having a very hard time with fearing they're not going to fit into your world, okay? So you understand that, right? I mean, they think your friends aren't going to like them, your family's not going to like them, something like that. So they just have an insecurity towards this, I don't know, but they are definitely not feeling safe. They feel safe with you, but they don't feel safe in your world. So this is all about you trying to rush in and comfort them and trying to pad the walls or whatever to make it easier for them to go along, kind of like, yeah. Because you believe this is somebody you can build your legacy with, even though I don't believe you've known them that long. I really don't. This feels very new. But there's something here about you feeling like this is somebody you can really build with, okay? And possibly your friends and family do not necessarily like this person. I don't know. But that doesn't really matter. You're very stubborn and set in your mental deal is set. This is what you're going to do. So this is all about you trying to figure out how to make it easier for them to transition into fitting into your situation. Because they're definitely coming over to your situation. Okay? You're the stable whatever here. They're coming towards you. Okay? They're having to try to fit into yours. Let's face it, Taurus, you're going to fit in wherever you want to fit in. It's going to be fine, so you're not that worried about it. But it's them coming into your world that they're having. It's just that this could just be some kind of an insecurity that they have in general, and you're having to deal with it. I don't know. I don't think you really mind dealing with it. You're coming in like the knight in shining armor, so you're going to make it all okay. But this is where your energy's at today, trying to make sure they can make this transition or fit in as seamlessly as possible, okay? The energy's good because you're incredibly hopeful and you're very sympathetic and you're very determined to make this work, but that's where your energy's at today. Okay, now we're back around. We are up to Aquarius. Aquarius, what do we got? What you got for today? Okay. There we go. I've got Aquarius, 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 Aquarius. We're looking at Justice, okay? The 4 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. Okay. 4 of Wands. Yeah, 4 of Wands in the center. So this is, today you are dealing with somebody who's a higher level soulmate. You're dealing with something that's very destined. You know what I'm saying? This is a situation or a union. It's just, you're dealing with people that are part of your soul tribe for sure. These are people you're intended to come together with. On one side, I have Justice. On the other, I have the 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups would speak of there being a sense of loss and regret. And that is for some reason justice to you. So this feels like you're having to dish out some sort of hard lesson to somebody, or you're having to, that's what this feels like. Like be parental almost, right, in a situation, even if that's not your actual spot. You know, you're having to, basically, that's the best way I can describe it, and I'm running out of time, but it's almost like you're having to try to be parental in a situation. You're having to teach somebody a hard lesson, and it's being done with all the love that you can muster, but it's still like you have to take a hard stance on something so that they learn the lesson. You know, yeah, that's how this feels today. And this could be your lover, and you're just having to step into this role for the day. I don't know. It doesn't tell me what dynamic I'm dealing with here as far as trying to tell you about this, but you're dealing with somebody who is a higher level soulmate to you, and they've done something, and you're having to kind of be stern with them and dish out some sort of a life lesson, I guess you could say. Okay? And I think it is hard for you. I think it's hard for you to inflict pain on this person, kind of, or inflict a hard time, but it's something that has to be done, and you know it. That's what I got on that. That's what I have for you for no matter what the cards say. Go out and make it the best day you possibly can. You made it to this point in the video. If you don't mind, can you tap, like, share, follow, comment, any of them? All of them. Just tap, 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 tap. No, if you need a private reading, send me a message. I'll get you the details. I'll never reach out to you first if somebody does their fake, a phony, and a fraud, because I'll never do that. You send me the message. You DM me. I'll send you the details. We'll work it out. That's the only way it happens. Okay? Thank you, guys. Take care.